G'day guys, my name's Zinkberg and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play series. Why are we at Aramore again? Well, for two reasons. Number one is because we got a suggestion from Pyroblaze202 last week, and that is to put azalea leaves instead of moss blocks around the buildings for vines. That changes everything, mate. Thank you so much for that. That it really changes the look of things and has solved me a huge problem. So that's great. That looks so much better to have those sitting there rather than moss blocks. So thank you very much for that. The second one is for science. Last week at the beginning of the episode, I don't have a spare space in my... Here, have a poppy. Last week at the beginning of the episode, I quite clearly punched a villager in the face. If you haven't seen it, go back and have another look. I clearly punch him. He has thunderclouds above his head. He is extremely unhappy. I was standing here. Someone made a comment, lucky there were no iron golems around. There was an iron golem around. There was one standing right here. Now, the question is, why didn't that iron golem, or all of the iron golems, track onto me and just obliterate me? So we're here for science. We're going to... Oh dear, this could all go horribly wrong. We are going to punch a villager. Now, look, I love my villagers very much. I'm sure they're appreciative for what I've done for Aramore City, but this has to be done. We have to know answers. Why did I get away with it? So, we have an iron golem. We have one there, we have one there. There's one over there. He may not track to us. This one here definitely should, and this one here should too. If I... okay, let's just do it. Okay, so... No. Smack. Right. Hello? Wait. Is it free reign? Can you just go and... Get out of my way. Wait a second. Hard? Why? Okay. I don't know how far I want to take this science, but what about if I punch a baby one? No? Hello? Look, I doubt that they're very happy with me. Let's see. No, they're still fine. So it's not even upsetting the trades. There you go. I have punched villagers so that you don't have to. You're welcome. It's science. Can't argue with science, that's for sure. Let's go back and have a look at some stuff that I've been working on this week. Hang on a sec. sea pickle there. A couple over here. I'm just going to get some lighting into this place and then I'll show you. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. That's the one of two for this week. 2 time lapses this week. Welcome to Cherry Tree Grove. I feel like that's what I'm calling this area. It's not going to get a nameplate like the other ones do, but that's what I'm going to call it. Unless you guys have a better name for it. I know I'm happy to change my mind, but because of the cherry trees, I think it fits this area nicely, and it's got that sort of country feel about the name. As you can see here behind me, we have finished the barn. I can take that with me now. Except apparently I've forgotten to do the back door, the whole back of the barn. Yeah, happy with the way this came out too. I like the iron trapdoors on the doors and on the walls. The trick to those is just a bit of redstone on the inside. So if you, oh, that's interesting. They're not going to, because I placed them on an on position. That one there is, I placed it open. So yeah, if you do the trapdoors and do a little lever and then just flick the lever, then they sit in the right direction. Also used iron trapdoors for the top of the barn doors. It's unfortunate that the barn doors are so thick, but it's Minecraft and that's what we've got to deal with. Love the way that turned out. It looks really cool. Threw a couple of extra cherry trees up and around. Still need to move the sheep. They will be going to a sheep farm. Still need to move a couple of the horse and donkey guys. Threw down some pumpkins and things around the edge there and some barrels over there just for looks. Yeah, so this will be the place for horses and donkeys and things, maybe a cow or two, probably some wheat fields around. And as you saw, I've created a little pond. This was originally going to be called One Duck Pond. I like the name of that. But unfortunately in Minecraft we don't have ducks. I had contemplated sticking a chicken in the middle of it on a leash. I have not yet seen whether or not I can do that. We might experiment with that and we'll call that chicken duck or something. Yeah, so the pond looks great. Just as you saw, just threw some little sea pickles around and things like that to give it a bit of lighting around the edges here. Just done my usual thing, you know, thrown in some leaves, thrown in some moss, some little mossy cobblestone around in places. The large dripstone leaves, which I think look great in and around the pond. It's got a beautiful feel to it. It's really finished off, well, not finished off, but made this area look a lot better. There's still some work to do. We're going to fill in this here and sort of sculpt the countryside a little bit, and there's going to be a path that takes me from over here around and up and through to where the tower is, because at the moment it's a bit of a trek and over hills and things like that, so we'll fix all of that up. But yeah, I think from all angles it's really a pretty area and starting to look really good. So yeah, that's this area done. Let's have a look at the other thing that I've done this week in the other time lapse. So just hang on a sec and I'll see you in a minute. And that was an enormous amount of work. That outside of the tower part, which is still part of the foundation and won't necessarily get seen much from the outside, that's why I've allowed it to be one colour like it is I think it's around about 80 blocks across that circle, so it's huge. I've also added in some little archways here. I've got myself a little sleeping area, a little bedroom over here with Fleabag has finally made it over to the tower. A couple of paintings and just a little bed and things. So yeah, like the way that's looking, like the archways. Put in some bamboo, just an easy quick wood farm. For chests and things like that, I'll use that. It's very quick. We have also created an automatic iron farm. Okay, so as I said, we've made an automatic iron farm. I'm not sure about the efficiency of it. It seems to be struggling a little bit. We had a lot of issues with where the golems were spawning. So from that particular farm, they spawn on the closest point above the level of where the villages are, I think is the right thing. The closest point above, yeah. So first thing we had to do was to put torches down in this whole area of the railway station. It looks like what I'll do is I'll have to move this railway station across. They spawn over here. At first I just put sort of some stone up here. It wasn't really working. They were getting over here further. So yeah, anyway, we sorted out the problem by sticking down 1 million torches. The second thing was, I'll just show you with FreeCam actually. It's nice and easy to do. So the other thing was in here. They were spawning in here too. So I've torched up all of this area over here. Yeah, so we got it all sorted and that's all good. We also, oh yeah, I'll show you that. Down here, we managed to find a zombie spawner. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with the zombie spawner. I probably will. If nothing else, it's a constant source of zombies, right? That's how I got the zombie for the iron farm up the top there, was just to bring him up the stairs here. That's nice and easy. But whether or not I'll create an XP farm with it, I'm not really entirely sure. They're not all that efficient, but I mean, it would be fine for a constant sort of stream of zombies coming in. Because I was doing the archways, I realized that I had put all of these a block too far forward. So these were all sitting on this row here. And we're all filled up with things. I mean, most of them are pretty empty now from all the building I've been doing and stuff, but some of them, particularly the stone ones and things like that, were absolutely chockers full. So I had to manually go and move everything one spot back. I like the arches. I think they're good. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do something here like a little cover or something like that. The thing is, I want to show off these bits, the bits underneath the platforms and things like that. So if I do that, it'll sort of hide some of the effort that's gone into that, I think. So I don't think I will. The other thing that I did this week, so I needed an automatic unloader for bringing up deep slate because of this monstrosity that I've built all the way around the outside. So I sort of invented something, and I'll just quickly show you what I've done there, because I'm using sodium at the moment and it tends to have a few little issues with that sort of thing, but aside from that, it's very good. So I created this. I don't know that I invented it, because I'm sure someone else has come up with something, but I couldn't find, for the life of me, I couldn't find a decent loader. So what I've done, I'll just explain it in case you guys need to build one. what I've done is I don't have 3 stacks of 64 of anything in my inventory there. And I am guessing there's one lot of 64 in there, yeah. So what there's a detector rail underneath there, right? And a detector rail will measure a minecart hopper, a hopper minecart, sorry, it'll have a signal strength of 15 when it's full with 5 full stacks. So all I did was take this track around 15 blocks and then attach it onto that gate there, which holds it in position on an angle there. It has just enough momentum to get back to the redstone here when it goes. So when it empties out into there, full stacks only, so you want to only put full stacks into that chest. But when it loads up the 5 full stacks, then this just releases, sends it up to the top where it sort of empties itself out and then comes back down and waits for the next load. It's a pretty good little system. I'm very proud that I managed to sort of work that out. Yeah, so it's just a comparator, and then 15 pieces of redstone and then a gate. So it's very easy to make. And if you don't know how to do that, put a rail on an angle like that. All you do is don't have that block up the top there. Put the rail up and across over the top like that, then remove the rail from the top and put a block on it, and it will stay on an angle like that. It does bug out a little bit, so when it comes down, sometimes the cart appears to be in the floor here, but it's actually not. It's actually there. It's just a visual bug. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it works very well for loading lots and lots of deep slate up to the top without me having to carry it and emptying again. So I'll also be doing that with stone, because the next thing is I need to do these. I need to finish off the tops of each one of those and do these supports across, platform up the rest of the top up there, and then sort of start work on the proper very top of the tower. So you can already see here where it's going to come across. So it's going to come in from over this way, and here will be the ring around, and then the tower's going to come up sort of inside that and go right up there. Haven't decided this bit here what to do with that yet, but I might wait until I've sort of built this up and then work out what to do with that from there. So yeah, that's basically everything I've done. As you can see, I've been pretty busy. These walls here took a long amount of time, and the particularly digging out that pond. Well, that took a long time too. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this week. I really appreciate that every one of you spend the time with me. If you like anything, if you dislike anything, leave me a comment. I'd love to have a thumbs up from you. I'd love to have a like. I'd love to have a comment. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Guys, thank you so much. I will catch you next week. Have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye.